Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Cooks by Carrie. If you're new here, I'm Carrie, and for today's Foodie Friday video, I'm sharing how to make this delicious homemade barbecue chicken. This recipe is so easy, anyone can do it. For today's recipe, you are going to need olive oil, a lemon, chicken. We used a chicken grill pack, which was a mix of like chicken breast and some other things, but you can just use chicken breast if you want. Minced garlic, herbs like thyme and rosemary. We used a special kit that we found at our local grocery store, which was like, I think it's a like chicken herb mix or something, but I'm pretty sure it was just thyme and rosemary. You're also going to need barbecue sauce and salt and pepper. To start off, in a bowl, I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of olive oil. This is all roughly. Also, you're going to notice that this is my dad cooking. I was a filmer for this video because my dad is really like the chicken master. He knows all these good recipes. And so he came up with this recipe. That's why you're going to notice there's none in the description. You're just going to have to listen along to get the recipe. So everything is kind of like rough amounts. There's no like super specific anything. So yeah, then you're going to add the juice of 1 whole lemon. And you also might notice this might not be like a typical barbecue recipe. This is because my dad kind of just like came up with it on the spot. So it's just kind of like an interesting one, but it tastes really good in the end. It tastes like barbecue chicken, so I think it's a mission accomplished. So yeah, as you can see, there's the lemon and the olive oil, and then you're going to add the minced garlic. And ours is in that container that you see that was sitting in olive oil. It's just pre-mixed. You could also just add in. It's I believe it's about a tablespoon of minced garlic with a little bit more oil. Just add that if a little more oil if you didn't already have it like we had it, which is completely fine. And then you want to whisk it very nicely. Then you're going to add your salt and pepper to taste and mix again. And finally, mince the rosemary and thyme from the poultry herb pack. Add the herbs, whisk again. Then add your chicken mixture and whisk until, or not whisk, put down your whisk, use your hands, coat it all until it's all beautiful and nicely coated. And I guess beautiful is not the right word. You just want to get it all mixed up and well coated. Then you want to cover it with a lid. This perfectly fit my bowl, but if you don't have one like this, just use saran wrap, tinfoil, anything. Place in the fridge for at least 30 minutes. Mine was in there a couple hours, but at least 30 minutes is a-okay. Alrighty guys, before I continue with this video, please subscribe, hit that thumbs up, comment down below what you'd like to see next, share this video with a friend, and hit that notification bell so you get notified when I post a new video. I have about 230 subscribers, which is crazy, and I have a goal of 1,000, and I believe we can get there. So if you subscribe, that would really help me out. Alrighty, let's continue with the video. The next step is to go to your grill, which has been preheated. I believe just kind of heat your grill up normally. There are some instructions in my last chicken video, which I'll link down below about like what to set the temperature of the grill, but just kind of like your normal stuff. Put the chicken on and leave it on for about 4 to 5 minutes. 4 to 5 minutes has passed and it's time to come back and flip the chicken. At this flip, you're just going to flip it and then leave it for 5 more minutes and then come back. You might have a little trouble getting off the grill at first, but just use a pair of tongs and a spatula to aid you. Now at this flip, this is going to be flip number 2. So now it has been about 8 to 10 minutes that the chicken has been cooking. And at this step, you're going to want to pour on and brush some barbecue sauce on. And then, so flip it and then coat with barbecue sauce. Then you're going to want to leave the chicken on the grill for 4 to 5 more minutes. Alrighty, so now I believe it has been about 15 minutes. You're coming back. You're going to flip it one more time and coat it with some barbecue sauce. This should be the last round, but you're going to see in a little bit that I ended up having to come back and put the chicken back on the grill. But for right now, all you got to do is flip and coat with more sauce. So now it has been about 20 minutes. I'm coming back, and well, my dad is coming back, and he is going to check on the chicken. At this point, he is going to remove it from the grill. But you're going to see in a minute that, as you can see, there is no thermometer use here. So normally you can just test the chicken and see if it's good or not. My dad decided not to do this in this case. However, you'll see in the next clip, when he goes inside and cuts it, it is not ready, so it'll have to go back on. So even if it looks ready, guys, you want to be really sure that it's done correctly. Here is what this gorgeous chicken looked like, but looks can be deceiving in this case because in this case it wasn't done just yet. Here it is again from another angle. You can see it looks so delicious, but you guys, you really gotta be careful because you do not want to get sick from this. At this point, the chicken is cut open and it is very pink inside. Not done at all. It's a really good thing that my dad did this before, we plated it and served it. Well, I mean, obviously we need to shred it eventually, but because raw chicken is no joke, and I know it's kind of repetitive that I've said this a bunch of times, so I just want you guys to really, really know that you got to make sure the chicken is completely done. This is not done. Way, way too pink. You really want it to be a nice and just like a white color. You do not want it to be pink like this. So you'll see here, my dad is going to go in now with the internal temperature, and he sees that it is not ready. So it's going to go back onto the grill. Let's see what temperature it comes up with. It's reading about, I mean, it's kind of hard to tell, but as you can see, so some of the parts are more like 150, but then you got other parts that are just not ready. So back on the grill, the chicken goes. Just you can play. So if this happens to you, just place it back normally. It's okay that it's cut open. So this is another thing. Just keep your grill hot for like a little tiny bit after, or just make sure to go ahead and reheat it up so that the chicken can get nice and cooked. And as you can see, he just put 2 pieces because the other pieces were actually done. It was just these 2 really thick pieces that weren't done. Now it's time to check the chicken. At this point, my dad goes in with the meat thermometer, and it's reading about 150. Just by a simple Google search, you can see that the temperature is supposed to be at least 165 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's not ready, so it gets flipped, and now my dad's gonna come check it again in about 5 minutes. So this is a total extra time of actually 10 minutes that it has been on the grill, finally. So I think that in total, the chicken took about 30 to 40 minutes. That sounds like a long time. It was probably closer to 30 something, but And see, it might be like, whoa, this chicken is burned. But actually, those bits kind of taste really good. And especially for a recipe that's going to get shredded, it's a-okay to have it like this. Is it preferred? Probably not, but I mean, I think they taste pretty good. And now it is finally time to shred this chicken. You're going to take 2 forks to shred the meat off the bone and pull out the occasional mini bone. And then, once all the white meat was shredded, it's time to pour on some more barbecue sauce. Just repeat this process until you are completely done and all the chicken has been shredded. At this point, I'll also mention that for this recipe, you can use whatever barbecue sauce you want. A barbecue sauce that I love to get that I think might be particular to grocery stores local to me is called Rockland's barbecue sauce. It's a barbecue restaurant, but they have really, really good sauce, so that's what I'm using. But you can use whatever barbecue sauce you desire. And you can see here that not a ton of barbecue sauce was added. I would recommend when you finally eat it, you add a bunch more. But, I mean, do whatever your heart desires. This barbecue chicken was seriously so delicious. It was pretty easy, and honestly, it's pretty healthy. It's just a variation of grilled chicken. So it's a win in my books, and it's super delicious. Alrighty guys, that's it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked today's video, please make sure to follow me on Instagram at Cooks by Carrie. I post lots of photos of the food I cook and other updates. Make sure to do all those fun YouTube things that I mentioned in the middle of the video. Like, subscribe, comment, share this video with a friend. Hit that notification bell, and I'll see you next Friday for a new video. Bye, guys.